The Earth is flat.
And that's beyond the pole on the other side of the South Pole, from Little Mac. And I think it's quite astonishing that there should be an area as big as that unexplored.
Dear friends, welcome and good to see you again. In this video, I will discuss about NASA's eclipses prediction on August 21st, 2017. Before I go, don't forget to subscribe my channel if you enjoy my videos. Thank you. This video is based from Boss Darling's article, translated from bahasa Indonesia to English. Boss Darling is the first Indonesian flat earther. Here we go. We've often discussed, based on evidences from NASA official website, that U.S. Space Agency become the center of space agencies in the world, which has a budget of $19.3 billion per year. They are unable to compute the eclipse with heliocentric assumption. Therefore, NASA predicts the eclipse by using the Saros cycle made by ancient Babylonian, using the assumption that the Earth is motionless. Even though the evidence has been exposed in plain sight, a professor of astrophysics that we don't even need to mention his name, still tried to deny by saying that NASA does not use the Saros cycle and NASA have the software to calculate the eclipse without Saros cycle. Well, let's prove that the both statement was true or lie. Consider it just practice for you all, to take on the debate with the globers that doesn't want to accept reality. 1. Prediction of eclipses on August 21st, 2017. Let's go to the NASA eclipse prediction on August 21st, 2017. There's a link in the description. 2. Who predicts the eclipse at NASA? Please look at the bottom of that page. Written there, all eclipse calculations are by Fred S. Pennock, and he assumes full responsibility for their accuracy. Would you believe that? NASA's budget is $19.3 billion per year. All they do is trillion-dollar satellite business, that the cost charged to the telecommunication fees of people in the world, which they said, already sent people 6 times to the moon. But for calculating eclipses just depends on a retired employee, named Fred S. Pennock. I am laughing. Fred S. Pennock, NASA's retired employee who responsible for calculating the eclipse. See the official explanation of NASA in picture tab. And then, shamelessly, NASA wrote, he assumes full responsibility for their accuracy. I am laughing again. 3. How Fred S. Pennock predict eclipse? Now, let's verify the statement of fairy tales professor that NASA calculated the eclipse does not use Saros cycle. NASA may not predict it. Who predicted was a former employee named Fred S. Pennock. Don't get it wrong guys, who we laugh at is NASA, not Fred S. Pennock. Indeed, it shows that Fred had the knowledge that not possessed by all scientists who are hired by NASA. From here, we can draw the conclusion. Fred S. Pennock is a rare human being. So rare, that even after retirement he remains the only sources of NASA in predicting the eclipse. Now, use your intellectual brain. Let's see how Fred S. Pennock predicts an eclipse. Please open the NASA eclipse predictions from year 1870 until 2573. Okay, it's crazy how great the man who predicts eclipse. There's a link in the description. Apparently, based on statements in the official NASA website, Fred S. Pennock calculated eclipses based on yes, Saros cycle. I am laughing again and again. No way to run, NASA. 4. The NASA eclipse prediction software. The professor also referred to a link that said, NASA software for calculating or predicting eclipses. Please check the link in the description. Just try to tell him to wear glasses and read correctly. at the bottom right of this website. And what is it? Eclipse software that published by NASA is use. The Saros cycle. Very funny. Please take your own conclusions. The statement that NASA doesn't use the Saros cycle and NASA have a software to calculate the eclipse without Saros cycle is true or lie. 5. Geocentric coordinates. It is obvious that the NASA eclipse predictions using the Saros cycle, assuming if the Earth motionless. Please check the NASA official explanation about the eclipse on August 21, 2017. Clearly written in that NASA's explanation. The geocentric coordinates. That means, the path of the eclipse using the coordinates with the assumption the Earth is center of the universe. Why? Because, if the Earth rotates with 1670 kilometers per hour, there will be no pattern of eclipses. That's funny too. Guys, they actually already cornered. There have been many lies. Had reached the stage where the accumulation of the lies of $1 trillion could be brought down through the assumption of the essence. The distance, the diameter, speed from Earth, Moon, and Sun based on heliocentric version was totally wrong. Proven that it cannot be used for calculating eclipses. And here's our challenge. Please prove that our statement is wrong. Please calculate 3 times the eclipse, make a model according to heliocentric dogma, scale on neutral software like Sonoma 4D, AutoCAD, etc. No one will. NASA, with a state budget or people's money, $19.3 billion per year was not able to do so. 6. The wrong position of the Moon and Sun. Recently Dr. Zach, one of Flat Earth's brightest and bold researchers, published the results of the software calculation that the eclipse of August 21, 2017 it is not possible to occur if you use heliocentric assumption. NASA eclipse animation, without the scale of the distance of diameter and speed heliocentric version. There is no shadow tapered like that. Been forced to be match. Propaganda for tricking people. We can be a little heartened, Flat Earth societies who did the study without eating people's money, thus diligently performs measurements and experiments with scientific method. The debate is not just pointing to another link that actually there is no answer. Dr. Zach take this scientific data. Prediction of eclipses on August 21, 2017 from NASA official website. The position of the Sun from suncalc.org on the date, hour, minute and second occurrence of eclipses. The position of the Moon from mooncalc.org on the date, hour, minute and second occurrence of eclipses. Enter all data in neutral software like AutoCAD. It's like our challenge to the open letter, isn't it? For them it might be an incredible hard thing. For us, it is indeed a regular research that we do. Apparently, by using that general science data, the Moon and Sun position are wrong. With such a position, eclipses should occur at sea, not in the US as NASA writes. With such a position of Moon and Sun, there could be no eclipse in the US as NASA predicted. Then, Dr. Zach puts the official science data into the AutoCAD software. The result is, there is no eclipse in the US or at the sea. Eclipse deviated far out of the Earth. It's funny, very funny. 7. Just one time of the eclipse it has already knocked out. The highlights of the results from Dr. Zach's study is, it turns out the heliocentric cosmology to quantify one-time eclipse has already failed. It's not possible for 3 times eclipse is the challenge we ask. Dr. Zach's study review link is in the video description. 8. NASA trying to eliminate traces. If you notice, NASA never once replied directly to the thousands of critics proposed by flat earthers. They use other strategies. NASA hires trolls to beat flat earth videos with skewed comments to prevent people from watching flat earth shows. Therefore, if I may suggest to all friends, turn off the comment field in your videos. Do not give a chance to the trolls who do not watch the videos but littering your work. The second way. NASA does not directly respond. but secretly reacts by removing traces. This is an example. Dr. Zach criticized NASA's hiding and wrote, "Eclipse prediction is Fred Espenek's responsibility." Now, if you open the same link on the official website of NASA, the article has been deleted by NASA. Replaced with his words. It's the extraordinary efforts of NASA to remove the traces, isn't it? NASA monitors the various criticisms of the flat earthers, and secretly revise to eliminate the traces. My advice, go immediately save all NASA's data about the Saros. Briefly, it can be removed sometimes. I swear, this is funny. Cheers, have a wonderful weekend. Understand the mistakes and lies on existing theory, before asking or learning about flat earth. If it's not broke, why fix it?
That's beyond the pole on the other side of the slope from Little Mac. And I think it's quite astonishing that there should be an area as big as that unexplored.